hey, all you late shoppers, do you need a quick idea for a gift? Nothing says Merry Christmas like a box of chocolates. And one of our favorite stories this year was the trip down to Lee's Candies in Boise. Oh yeah, the hometown favorite. They celebrated their 75th anniversary this year. So, in time for the holidays, we're taking a look back at when we stopped in at the local operation to learn about the legacy of Lee's, something that may have driven you, to go there over the years, or maybe you've passed it and wonder what's inside. Here's the story behind their beloved original recipes that are really much enjoyed on Christmas morning.
A lot has changed over the years, but time seems to slow down behind these doors. Lee's Candies.
Lee's has been in business for 75 years. This year it's our 75th anniversary.
There are a lot of constants in this chocolate shop. Longtime customers can taste it.
Yeah, it's been here forever. And the recipes that we use today are the same recipes that Lee Nokleby started with when he opened the business back in 1947.
Back in 1947, Lee's Candies opened in downtown Boise. Candy connoisseur Lee Nokleby worked with his son, Lee, to open the store after traveling the country, searching for the greatest candy recipes.
And this is Lee Nokleby right there.
The story goes, Lee's Candies was a hit, and before too long, the operation run by Lee moved to the storefront still known as home today. The Nokleby notion always remained the same. Never change your quality. That was an important message Lee instilled in his son, Curtis, who took over in 1986. And that message was passed on to a new family in 2021.
This is from the original store too. So we try and keep some things the same.
The Nokleby family passed the torch to Katie Fernandez and her father, Ken, a new family duo.
I was looking for something fun to do, so we decided to take it over.
Katie is relatively new to the candy game, but she has a deep appreciation and value for the Lee legacy.
It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. And we knew it would be hard, but you don't know what you don't know until you start doing it. I realized there was a really high standard to uphold. We have customers coming in all the time saying, my grandma used to take me when I was a little kid.
Longtime customers know this. Newcomers may be surprised. The bulk of chocolates and candies here are so fresh because they're made just steps away from the storefront.
It's a lot of work. So it's a lot of work so you can eat more of it, right? Burning all those calories.
The team here is full speed ahead, carrying on the exact same recipes Lee Nokleby came up with when Harry Truman was president.
This is really is a legacy, so there's a little bit of pressure there.
It was hard not to get hooked, though. Katie remembers the moment she knew this was for her, watching the candy come to life.
One of the clerks handed me one. She's like, do you want to try one? Right off the belt. Put it in my mouth. I was like, that is one of the best things I have ever eaten.
Consistency is king over the past 75 years. The team here learned that from customers, families that have shared chocolate creations for generations.
We try to keep the feel a lot the same, and that's something I learned early on when I took over. People would come in. I was like, oh, can we do this? We'll change this. And as I started to visit with the customers, they like it the way it is. They don't want it to change. They want to come in and be able to feel that nostalgia. We almost always do a batch like this in the morning.
Katie and company handcraft chocolates, caramels, and much more, taking each creation down to the finest detail. This team takes great pride in celebrating the legacy of Lee's.
They are incredible. I have an amazing staff. It's really nice to be able to step away and know that everything is being handled.
The Fernandez family is also focused on the future, the next 75 years.
Every single day, anytime I get to work with customers, I hear some story about what Lee's has meant to their family and how long they've been coming and how important it is to them.
My hard-hitting question, does the chocolate ever get old? The crew has to take a taste, right? Quality control.
I do. I eat candy every day. I mean, how can you not? It's right there and it's so good. Sometimes I do get in the car at the end of the day and I'm like, oh, I smell like chocolate. That never gets old.
So if you're considering a box of candies, Lee's is actually open until 6 p.m. tonight and tomorrow. They close at 4 p.m. So if you didn't make your flight, maybe you got snowed out, maybe a box of chocolates, maybe that'll make things a little bit better. That's delicious. All right, we got a special message right here for you. Take a look.
Hey everybody, this is Mark Johnson, wishing you and yours a very joyous holiday season and Happy New Year. More of the 208 after this break. How was that, Joe? Was that okay?
Yeah, maybe we'll rehire you.
Okay. No, I'm still retired.
All right.
Back after this.